You didn't find this by accident. This message must be meant for you or someone you know. What if world leaders already know something the public doesn't? What if the most dangerous weapons on Earth already exist in places the public isn't being told about? And what if world leaders are acting differently because they know something we don't? Here's where things start to feel uncomfortable. Some people say, this is conspiracy nonsense. Others say, no, governments hide things all the time. Well, here's the part nobody agrees on. Why does the idea feel believable to so many people? Because this isn't just about Iran. It's about a world terrified of what humanity has become. And if that's true, then the real danger may not be the weapons themselves. It may be the people controlling them. So what does God say when human power starts outrunning human wisdom? Because what the Torah, the Gospel, and the Quran say about this might expose the deeper fear underneath all of it. A viral geopolitical theory video is spreading online by Professor Jiang on his YouTube channel Professor Jiang Predictions, claiming Iran may already secretly possess nuclear weapons, allegedly connected to cooperation with North Korea. The theory itself remains unverified. No major intelligence agency has publicly confirmed it. But that's not why the video is spreading. It's spreading because people are afraid. Afraid that world leaders may know more than the public. Afraid that modern warfare has reached a point where one mistake could change civilization forever. And here's where the story becomes harder to untangle. The fear itself is real even if the theory isn't. People are watching wars, threats, missiles, military alliances, and rising global tension. And they're asking themselves a terrifying question. Are we closer to nuclear catastrophe than we realize? But here's the thing people are not sitting with. Humanity already possesses enough weapons to destroy millions of lives within hours. That part isn't theory. That part is real. And this is where faith steps in. Here's what caught my attention. The Torah repeatedly warns humanity about pride tied to power. In Deuteronomy 8:17-18 it says, "You may say to yourself, my power and the strength of my hands have produced this wealth for me. But remember the Lord your God." That warning feels incredibly modern. Humanity keeps building things powerful enough to reshape the world. But we keep acting like wisdom automatically grows alongside power. It doesn't. And then this from Psalm 46:9. He makes war cease to the ends of the earth. He breaks the bow and shatters the spear. Notice the image. God is not glorifying weapons. He's ending them. But here's the detail people might miss. Judaism doesn't just fear destruction, it fears human arrogance. The belief that humanity can control forces bigger than itself forever without consequences. This may push against what you already believe, because Jesus speaks about violence in a way that feels painfully relevant now. In Matthew 26:52 he says, "Put your sword back in its place, for all who draw the sword will die by the sword." That isn't just ancient advice about blades. It's a warning about escalation. Violence creates more violence. Fear creates more fear. And then this in Matthew 5-9. "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God." Not peace lovers, peacemakers, active people willing to interrupt destruction before it spreads. But here's the thing that matters. Christianity doesn't place hope in military dominance. It places hope in transformation of the human heart, because without that, humanity simply invents more efficient ways to destroy itself. Now notice this. The Quran speaks directly about corruption spreading through human hands. It says, "Corruption has appeared throughout the land and sea by what the hands of people have earned." That sounds terrifyingly modern. Humanity creates systems, weapons, technologies, and then suffers from what it creates. And then this, if anyone kills a person, it is as if he kills all mankind. While if any save a life, it is as if he saves the lives of all mankind. Nuclear war completely destroys the idea of human dignity, because it turns entire populations into acceptable collateral damage. But here's the part worth slowing down for. Islam repeatedly calls humanity toward restraint, justice, and accountability, not domination, not destruction, responsibility. So what do all three, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, say together? Humanity keeps gaining power faster than wisdom. That's the real danger. Not one country, not one leader, humanity itself. But here's what gets buried under all the noise. Nuclear fear is really spiritual fear. Because deep down, people are starting to wonder whether humanity is emotionally mature enough to possess weapons, capable of ending civilization. This is where comfort gives way to conviction, because we love technological progress until we realize progress without morality becomes terrifying. It is easy to admire intelligence, Until intelligence creates something capable of erasing millions of lives. And maybe that's the deeper crisis underneath this entire conversation. Humanity learned how to split the atom before it learned how to control pride, hatred, fear, and ego. That should disturb all of us. So now this turns toward you, not Iran, not governments. You, because fear changes people, fear changes nations, fear changes how humanity behaves. And the real question isn't just whether nuclear weapons exist somewhere secretly. The real question is this: what kind of world are we becoming psychologically, spiritually, morally? This is where the truth becomes uncomfortable, because humanity keeps preparing for war while pretending it wants peace. So ask yourself this honestly: do you think human beings are becoming wiser, or simply more powerful? Do you think the world feels more compassionate, or more afraid? Because eventually every civilization reaches a moment where technology forces a spiritual decision. Will wisdom guide power, or will fear guide it? Because in the end, this isn't just about missiles, governments, or theories online. It's about whether humanity can survive itself. And maybe the scariest part is not that nuclear weapons exist. Maybe the scariest part is realizing how emotionally normal the idea of total destruction has started to feel. So don't just see the theory, see the fear underneath it, and ask yourself, what kind of future are we creating together? If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and head over to our YouTube page for more content like this.